Hey, so this is another edition, as you see, in my book haul. So yeah, also I know I have said in the beginning of this haul that this is gonna be a long haul, and yeah, it is. But this kind of probably gonna be longer than I thought because I've ordered maybe half a dozen, half a million books, maybe last week. Well, earlier this week. So yeah. As always, I don't know. Some of them are pre-order, so they won't all be coming in. But a lot of them will be coming in. So yeah, the end of the year, this whole it's gonna be long. It's gonna be long. But hey, it's fun. I think so. So yeah, first we have this is the this addition to the haul. It's 3 books I recently got from a store. First is the Bookish Boyfriends, the next boy story by Tiffany Smith. So this is I'm not sure if this is a companion series or if it's same character. I think it's a companion series. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, it's a contemporary series set around a pianist who loves to read. And I just kind of been in a contemporary mood lately. I felt like, oh, you know what? I don't really have that many unread contemporaries. I've read most of the ones I own. I feel like I'm gonna buy this one. I bought it a few months ago, I think, to the store, and thought like maybe I'll buy it myself, maybe give it to the store. And I thought like this week I thought like, okay, no one's bought it. You know what? I'm buying it because it looks fun and cute and nice and yeah. I know it's based around Little Woman and this protagonist and her life. And honestly, I don't know that much more, but yeah, it's just like a fun book to have now and then. That's something to have now and then. Sometimes you need some fun contemporary books. Then we have These Witches Won't Burn by Isabel Sterling. So this is a contemporary witch story. It came out this year, last year, I think maybe last year, because give me a moment. Yeah, because it's already out in yeah. Anyway, yeah. It's the first in the series. It's about a coven of witches. Some of them are lesbians, so that's quite fun. And yeah, I know. I heard good things about it. And I heard some bad things about it, but I heard mostly good things. And feel like, you know what? I want to give it a go. So yeah, I really like witches. So yeah, whenever a witch YA book is out, it's like, give it to me, give it to me. Aren't really that many of them. So yeah. And then we have the Dark Archive by Genevieve Cogman. I think this is the 8th book, 7 book. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. Yeah, 8th book. Yeah, this series is long, though it is just so great. I really can't wait to read this. Might pick this up next or soon. Not sure, but yeah. Also, yeah, a little update because I'm filming this as I go before I can post it. I tried reading the Nora Roberts book from the last or next to last clip. DNF'd it, so now you know that. Probably will also mention it in the video. And yeah, and then also I found this book at the mall actually, and it's Atlas over Undiscovered Islands. Or as you see, it's in Norwegian though, but it's more or less what it says. Just come and check out. Okay, yeah. The English title is The Undiscovered Islands, an archipelago of myths, mysteries, phantoms, and fakes. So it's a non-fiction book about like fake islands and stuff like that. Just a very fun cover and just very beautiful inside. And then yeah, it's like this. I wouldn't say maybe I was about to say coffee table book, maybe not because often I also associate coffee table books with like huge bricks. This isn't huge, but I suppose you could have it like on a coffee table or that. But yeah, this seems fun. can't wait to it. So, I was just thinking if there was something else. But no, there is not for the moment. And yeah, bye. Hey, it's me, Renee. I'm back. So I got a few more books to haul. As I said, it's gonna be a little long video. And yeah, so first, as usual, random order. First, we have actually an arc. Well, I'm not quite sure if it's arc or if it's no. Seems actually to be. No, it's not arc. It's just a book. Yeah, sorry, it is arc. It is arc, not yes, no. It's an arc of a Tracy Reese book. The Hourglass, or in Norwegian, Timeglasset. So, as I said sometimes before, I work in a bookstore, and since it's soon Christmas, we got this from the publisher. So, like every bookstore in the country gets it, I think, more or less. Yeah, it just says J Booksellers, so I'm assuming every one of those gets it. And yeah, Tracy Reese. I read one of her books earlier this year, Dearest Blue. I was so pleasantly surprised by it. So, so this one I thought like, you know what? I want to take that one home. It seems fun. So yeah, that's a book I'm really looking forward to. And then we have Bringing Down a Duke by Evie Dunmore. Historical romance with some feminism, I think. Yeah, it's Blue Stocking. It's like about women's rights. And I've heard so much good things about this one. So very excited to get to it. Probably won't be this year, but yeah. Then we have The Happily Ever After List by Alba Jimenez. This was actually, is it blue or is it? Well, it's been recommended by Casey McQuiston, the author behind Red, White, and Royal Blue. So it has good word behind it, and it's a romance, historical. Sorry, this is a contemporary adult romance, and honestly, I don't really know what it's about. I just think like it seems cool, and yeah, I kind of wanted to buy it, so I did. And then we have Blood Magic by Norwich. So yeah, I do know that I also hold another Norwich book early this haul, and I didn't finish it. I DNF'd it. Spoiler. But I have read some Norwich books I love, and this has some fancy elements to it. And it's a beginning of series, and I don't know. I'm really kind of wanting to read it, so yeah, I got it. It's the first in a trilogy, and yeah, it doesn't say anything behind on the back. Kind of interesting, but okay. And then we have Fiagisa and the Serpents of Chaos, and it's a middle grade series. This is the first in the series, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's the first one. Pretty sure it's the. Let me check. Maybe it doesn't say here. Let me see. It doesn't say, but I have an idea that it's the first in the series. Or if not, it's not like. Ah, it's here on the back on the back here. It says 1. So good, so practical. Why every series does not have a number at the end at the spine? I have no idea. But yeah, so I heard about this one around, and I saw it, as you see, so I bought it. Just, I don't know if you don't really need to know this, but both these I got from a used bookstore. I went in with 2 bags of books, and I went out with 4 new books because I couldn't help myself. Then I suppose, well, sorry. Then we have The Sea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. It's in paperback, and it's just, I heard so many good things about this one. I love tea, and this one it's just like, it has like great colors and great graphics, and that's kind of something I look forward to in my comic books. Not that I have that many, but yeah, I kind of want to have very beautiful art, and this one seems to have that. So yeah. Then we have, so I suppose this is kind of on the fence. It's not a book, it's an audiobook, but it is Stumpa Pakkerkofferten. It's the Norwegian version of. Give me a moment, because I know that it's based on. It's not originally Norwegian. It's based on something else. That doesn't say at the moment. I think it's the Carry On. I'm pretty sure. I checked it out a few years ago. I think it was originally written by Americans, well, American immigrants from the Netherlands who moved to the States, and they started writing a boarding school kids series, and then it got translated to Stumpa in Norwegian. And it's kind of interesting, really, because the plot in these books takes place more or less always at the boarding school. So yeah, so it takes place in the boarding school. But like boarding schools is not really a thing in Norway. We have maybe two, maybe three, maybe four of them. We don't really have that many of them. It's not really that much of a common thing here in Norway. It seems to be like much more thing in the States, or at least in the UK, I think, pretty sure. Maybe it's originally a UK series. I'm not sure. I'm gonna check it out when I post this video. But yeah. So like what have they done when they translate it? They like use Norwegian places and Norwegian words and stuff. Well, of course, words, but like so it feels very Norwegian. So it's good. I was so shocked when it's kind of like it's not originally Norwegian. That was so fun, really. I suppose yeah. The books are by Anthony Buckridge. So not because I thought I saw somewhere that it was supposed to be written by uh, a couple, married couple. Am I? Maybe I'm mixing something else. Mixing something else. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So happy to get this one because I really, really enjoy these audiobooks. They're for kids, but kind of give me nostalgia from when I was a child to listen to some of these on the radio, and yeah, I really like these ones. This exact story I hadn't listened to before, so that's quite fun. And yeah, and then also we have this is also I suppose the other book is a kind of book, has book entitled. This one, last thing, is not a book, but I want to hold it, and I don't really. Yeah, I'll just hold it right now, and it is Atlantis, the Lost Empire, and it's a special collector's edition, and I'm so psyched. This is one of my favorite Disney movies, and I'm so excited to have it. You might ask yourself, why are you buying DVDs in today's world when you have Disney Plus and all that stuff? But I like to have physical copies of stuff, and yeah, I love this one so much. So yay, yay! And yeah, that is the latest haul from me. I do know that I have more books on the way still, so yeah, this is beginning to be a long video. It's a haul, so yeah. And I'll see you in the next clip, and bye! Hey, it's me, Renee. I'm back. This is another installment in my quite long book haul video. I did tell you it's gonna be long! Just a little note at the beginning here. Yeah, I feel like I look a bit pale today. I'm not that into makeup, as you probably know by now, and I suppose might enhance like me not having mascara on. I kind of want to film, but can't really bother to take on mascara right at the moment, so that's why I look like a ghost. Deal with it. So yeah, let's start, shall we? Also, yeah, I still have a bit of a cold, so I might cough a bit now and then and drink some. I'm pretty damn sure it's not COVID, so don't be afraid. And anyway, I suppose you won't really be catching my COVID through the screen. That would be hard. And yeah, so let's start, shall we? First, we have A Rogue of One's Own by Evie Dunmore. This is the second book in the in Evie Dunmore's historical romance series. As most adult series, it's a companion series, so you don't need to read them all. And yeah, I also bought this one at the same time as I bought the first one. So yeah, I've heard really good things about this series, and also this cover just looks so beautiful. I love blue, and yeah, so cool cover. And then we have Belle by Paula Byrne, and this one actually, I saw as you see this movie cover, I saw the movie a few years ago. Loved the movie. Didn't know that at the time it was a book, and then afterwards heard, okay, it's a book. And I also think it's based on a true story as well. But like it's a true story that was made in a book and then made into a movie. So yeah, I thought like, you know what? I kind of want to buy the book. So now I'm gonna read the book after having seen the movie. Please don't sell the book to police. I'm just kind of curious if it doesn't say anything here at the back. Can we just see about the author? Such we'll have this some. Okay. Anyway, and yeah, yes, I love the movie very much. So yeah, very curious about the book. And then we have Party of Two by Jasmine Guillory. It's the fourth in her series, companion series. And yeah, this one has this one is featuring Olivia Munro. She's the sister of the other Munro. She's a sister from the protagonist from the first book, and it's about her and a senator falling in love. So it's kind of politics about slightly into it, and yeah. And then we have "Melt My Heart" by Bethany Rotter. Bethany Rotter is sorry, the author behind I was about to say this year's, behind a book I read last year, this year. I'm just going to double check. I want to know right now. So it says here other books by her, and this is also in the back. I'm not quite sure if No Big Deal came out last year or if it came out last year and read it this year. Anyway, she's the author behind No Big Deal, a contemporary read that I loved, absolutely loved, about a fat teen that loves being fat and is not ashamed. So yeah, this is by the same author. It's been described as LGBTQ+. I'm not sure what aspects of it is that. Let's check out. I think have an idea it might be a bisexual protagonist. Though not quite sure why I think that. But anyway, I love No Big Deal, her first book, so much that I feel like, okay, she has a new book out, I'm buying it. So yeah, that was also, I kind of ordered quite a few contemporary reads because I was in a big contemporary mood lately, and I thought like, I don't have that many contemporary reads on my shelves, so I thought, I need to buy some for the future. Then I have Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshaka Kawaguchi. So this is a time travel story. I love those. This is actually also by a Japanese author, so it's kind of fun to read something that's not Anglo-Saxon, from England or Scotland, Irish, UK, well, whole UK, or US, or Australian sometimes. This Japanese. Also quite nice coverly. You see, it glitters, glows, shines, fun. And yeah, it's about this cafe where people can go to this cafe and they can time travel. I think they can just time travel back in their own lives. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, so the system is they time travel, but they can't, they have to get back before coffee gets cold that they ordered in the cafe. So I suppose you can't really stay for a long time. But I don't really know how they know when a coffee will get cold because, and also like, what is a cold coffee? I mean, some people won't the coffee to be slightly warm, and when it's just a bit cold, it's cold. So how do you define these things? But yeah, I've heard very good things about this one. Not that long either, so that's quite fun. It has a second book in the series, so that's fun. Like, if this is good, there's more that I can enjoy. And yeah. Then we have Lady Sidekick by by Anaka Harry, 50 Tide Tropes for Women. So this is a non-fiction book about females in like pop culture and stuff. So I'm gonna read a bit from the back. Lady Sidekick has gathered up all the Tide Tropes for women, so you don't have to. From the femme fatale to a crazy cat lady, to the bridezilla, to the girl next door, it calls them out and, most importantly, reclaims them. So yeah, that just sounds very, very cool. It has illustrations, which is quite fun, and yeah, as you probably have guessed from like lots of the books, I also had a long video the other day on many movies. In addition to loving books, I also love movies, TV series. I'm just a big pop culture geek. So this one sounds very, very cool. Fun for if I want a little non-fiction sometimes, or just, yeah, fun little read. Wait a moment. Then we have Mystery and Mayhem, the Crime Club. 12 delicious, intriguing mysteries. So it's a anthology, as you might have guessed, with short mystery stories from 12 different authors. I think they're all UK based. I think they're all females. Let me check out. And they're all sorted into different, like, first it's impossible mysteries, then crime, cannon capers, poison plots, close to some crimes. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, cool. This sounds very, very fun. Quite a good book, really, to have if I need something like short to read now and then. If I want to read over time, like over a month or something, with one story now and then. And yeah. Then we have Crazy Stupid Romance by Lisa K. Adams. Everyone and the mom probably has heard of this one now. It's an adult romance series. This is the first book, if I'm not mistaken. No, maybe it's the second book. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, it's in that series. So it's like based around different. It's based around a group of friends and the different family, friend, yeah, and the different love lives and love stories. And yeah, I haven't read any of them yet, but this is first a book, and I feel like, yeah, why not start here? And I don't really think you have to read in order, because as in most companion series, you don't really need. I mean, I suppose they might talk about some couple from book 1 in book 2, but it's not like, oh my god, they get together. It's romance. You probably know they're going to get together. So, yeah. Then we have The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is actually also becoming a movie for Netflix, Amazon. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, it's been described as We Were Liars meets Da Vinci Code, and it just sounds very, very cool. It's about this old guy, he dies, and he leaves his inheritance to someone who can follow clues. So it's like kind of like a game of, like, if you can win if you can solve all the riddles, you win the inheritance. This was slightly like like Ready Player One, just with not that many of the references, I think. But yeah, it just sounds very, very cool. I also think it's the first in the series. I think I saw it said number 2 on Goodreads somewhere. Yeah, anyway. That's those. Yeah, I have 2 bags full. Then we have A River of Royal Blood by Amanda Joy. I've heard nothing but good things about this book. Just highlights. It's an African-based high fantasy series, which I suppose, yes, high fantasy is something I've talked about lately. I'm not that into, but like I make exceptions now and then, and this sounds very cool. It's based around a world where people being gay, people being people being bisexual, etc., etc., trans, all that stuff. It's not really frowned upon. It's not, you don't have to come out anything. It's just someone's kissing a girl, someone's kissing a boy. It's all the same. It doesn't really matter. And so these, it's based around like these 2 sisters. Not quite unknown, and there's also magic and yeah, this stuff. As I said, I've got a bit of a bad voice, so it's a long summary, so you can check it out yourself. And yeah. Then we have The Boy in the Red Dress, which is a historical historical trans narrative. It says it in Jazz Age. Purpose with Fats of Veronica Marsh and Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. Oh, cool. But I felt like, okay, I know it's either trans or it's gay, or I think it's more. I know it's LGBTQ+, and I've heard great things from String Beans and Books. I think she said she really enjoyed it. So yeah, can't wait to get to it. And yes, you see, like it's a hardcover, so that means I need it because usually I only have paperbacks. But yeah, I felt like I'll make an exception because I couldn't find it in paperback. I felt like, but I want to read it, so I order it. Then we have Madame Problemos and the Time Travel Cafe. You probably know by now, time travel is my catnip. If anything has the word time travel on it, as well as, and if it doesn't say like time travel plus horror, it's not for me, but it says time travel plus anything, it's like, yes! So yeah, it's a time travel middle grade, you see, because it's very short, and with pictures, I suppose you can have pictures for adult books as well, but yeah, it's the first in a series, and I was just browsing through while working for like, this looks cool. So I ordered it. Haven't really heard anything about it before, but yeah, I just ordered it completely blind, really. Then we have Love a la Mode. It's about 2 Americans who meet over a cooking course. I think maybe baking sweet ice cream course in Italy, anyway. And yeah, I love those stories. So yeah. And then we have The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrell. This has gotten lots of good praise. I think, yeah, it's in New Salem, so it's based in our world. And it's in 1893, so it's historical. And yeah, I just heard great things about this book. Also think it's the first in a series, so that's quite fun. And yeah. Ooh, looky here. Found like chapter things. I love when books have like chapter things. And yeah. And then we have more contemporaries. Bookish boyfriends talk nerdy to me. So this is based around Anne of Green Gables, as you see. Each book in the series, I think, is based around one classic book. Might be wrong there, but I think it is. And yeah, that's kind of the only thing I really need to know about this, because it seems so cute and fun, really. And I suppose this might be a series where, like, it's cute and fun, and maybe it's too cute. Like, maybe I end up reading the other book I have by this author, ends up not being that good. Well, then I'll easily give it to a used book that someone else will enjoy it, because I think this probably is a book people will enjoy, because, well, it's a series. So if people won't buy the first book, there won't be a second book. So yeah, but I have a feeling it might be up my alley sometimes. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it for when I am in the mood for the contemporaries. Sorry. And then we have A Lady's Guide to Etiquette and Murder. So this is historical murder. I think it's the first one, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, beautiful cover. And it's set. It's set in London, so I think it's set around like the Gilded Age. Might be wrong in there. But yeah, in this exciting historical mystery debut, set in Victorian England, a wealthy young widow encounters pleasures and scandalous pitfalls of a London social season. And that just sounds very, very fun. Not long, but yeah, fun book to have now and then. So yeah. Then we have Mr Churchill Secretary. So this is the first book in the Maggie Hope books. I actually found the third. I think it was third. Yeah, the third book when I was in England, like 6-7 years ago. Yeah, 6-7 years ago. Time flies. I really, really enjoyed it. I bought the third and fourth book. Very much enjoyed it, but I felt like I kind of want to read the first two books as well. So this is the first book in the series. And I think I got the second book someplace. I'm not quite sure if I had read the second book or not, but I know I had read the first book. So yeah, that's quite exciting. Okay, so you might not know, this is a historical spy series, adult spy series, set during the Second World War, as every historical book is. Sorry. Yeah, it's very good. Though one of the books, as I said, I have read two of the books. One of the books had a quite difficult torture scene, so I suppose not just me, just skim those. That's what I did anyway. But like for most part, it's just very, very good. Exciting, twisty, very, very good. Sorry. And yeah, this is, as I said, this is the first. I think the series is still going. I'm not quite sure. I think at the moment, I think it's up till book 12, maybe 10. So yeah, like if you see this in my whole life, I think like that looks cool, and you end up picking this up. There's lots more to enjoy. So yeah, I really love a long series now and then. So yeah, it's been fun to get into this one, but first in the series. Then we have How to Catch a Queen by Elsa. So first I wasn't that into it because I felt like, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure I like Shanti that much. Do I want to read her own romance? Do I want to read this book? But then I heard so many good vibes, so many good reviews on Goodreads, from BookTube, etc., etc. I felt like, okay, I want to buy it. So I bought it. And yeah. And I think there's supposed to be some sort of revolution in there. Like, I think it comes pretty soon, but I think it's a revolution-ish in it. So that's cool. And yeah. Then we have The Rebel Rose by the author is not known. This weird author isn't there at all on the cover. That's kind of weird. I do know it has an author. Blah 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 blah. Weird. The offer should be on there somewhere. There! MFRO. Weird how the offer's nowhere on the cover. It's a bit weird. Yes, it's a Disney company book, but still, the author's name should be on there. It's not like Walt Disney himself got up from the grave and wrote this. Someone wrote this. That's weird. Anyway, it's the first in a new series. Well, yeah, new series-ish by Disney that they commissioned, and it's set like it's set in the world on the Disney movies, but it's after. So like in most Disney movies, you don't really see the crowning of the people of the princess. But like, of course, if you think about it, of course they after a while have to be crowned because they're marrying princes, all of them, or some of them are princesses, like Jasmine. She's eventually going to become a queen. So in this this series is set with all the princes becoming queens and how that is. And this one, as you might have guessed, Rebel Rose, is Beauty and the Beast after the movie. So it actually also includes like historical references like to the French Revolution. That's quite fun. I think all of these series in this books are gonna like have some historical references and historical touches. So that's quite fun. And yeah, I think I said this before, I'm not quite sure. I don't love Beauty and the Beast, but I feel like this concept sounds cool. I really like historical and French Revolution because, I mean, brotherhood, liberty, and justice. Who doesn't love that? And yeah, I think this just sounds very cool. And we have, yeah, the last one. This is the last one, actually. Well, last one for now. I think I might have a few more next week. Not quite sure, but I might. Anyway, for now, it is The Princess Plan by Julia London. This is historical romance. I've been seeing a lot of people talk about historical romance this year on BookTube. I've been reading a little bit more, not that much more. And I suppose most of them I've been doing an audiobook. And yeah, audiobook is cool, but sometimes you kind of want to switch things up and have them in your hand. So I thought it's fun to own some historical romances. So this historical romance. I think, yeah, I was about to say, like, if it's a mystery as well. I think it's mostly a historical romance. I heard Julie London is supposed to be a good author. And, yeah. So that's that, really. And see you later. Bye.